Before we delve into the looks from last night, it is important that we revisit the theme for this year, which is costume art, celebrating the relationship between fashion and the human body. The dress code, Fashion is Art, encourages attendees to interpret fashion as an artistic medium with possibilities ranging from sculptural gowns, archival couture, and of course, the accompanying exhibition featured approximately 400 objects, pairing garments with artworks to explore body representation, anatomy, identity, and the evolution of fashion as art. So basically, costume art, fashion is art. Now, compared to the recent Met Gala themes, I do feel like this one is a little bit broader and it's less specific. And I'm not sure if this is an advantage or a disadvantage because when something sometimes is not thoroughly niched down, there is room for people to kind of do the most and there may not be as much cohesion as the previous Met Galas, okay? So let us keep that in mind. This is such a broad theme that is open to various and a broad interpretation depending on the designers. That being said, let's delve into the looks. It is only fair that we start with the co-chair, Beyoncé. A lot of people were expecting her on that red carpet because it had been a long time since she last attended the Met Gala. It's been about 10 years, I think. And so people were kind of excited. And the fact that she's coming back as co-chair, her fans were kind of looking forward to her. Now, she did attend with her daughter and her husband. Now, I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that she was going to be attending with Blue Ivy. However, I do not fault them for that because I do understand that with the recent happenings surrounding a husband's name, they do need to, bring in that entire family look, united situation. So I'm not mad at her for that. Now, let's talk about the dress. I will say that it kind of looked okay. I kind of was expecting more from her because this particular dress felt like it's something that she has worn before. It reminded me heavily of the Renaissance era, and I do feel like it also because of the headgear that she had on. It looks like something that she has worn before. And at this point, I'm beginning to question what's the relationship between her and the sun because it appears everywhere she goes, she's representing the sun. It's normally in the gold color, but recently, I guess the sun has turned silver or it's the moon now. I don't know. But all I'm saying is it was a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. I kind of was expecting something more, something different. But then again, I feel like the reason why people are underwhelmed is because when she's out there doing her tours and stuff, she goes all out. So it's kind of difficult when you set the bar so high by wearing what looks like couture on your shows. So to beat that would really be difficult. So I do understand the underwhelm that myself and others have when it pertains to that. On the brighter side, though, I feel like she was on theme. It was very much giving art. I mean, it was giving silver skeleton. It was, it was beautiful. And also, I found out that it was made by Olivier, and I love Olivier. I feel like my best Balmain era was the era where Olivier was working at Balmain. I feel like that's when I really, really fell in love with the fashion house. But that being said, let me know in the comment section what you think about that dress. I also want to talk about the other dress that she wore, the second dress. For me, if I were to pick between the first one and the second one, I think I would go for the second one. Now, the second one wasn't that dramatic, but I also do feel like it was flattering on her, more flattering than the silver number. Now, that being said, I didn't like the veil for the second outfit. I don't know. I just feel like maybe the headgears, maybe they're not necessary sometimes, Maybe she could have done an updo, something like that. But I personally prefer the second look as opposed to the first one. That being said, there's something else that we need to talk about. It's about how some fans are reacting to her body, her face. People are saying she no longer has a jawline, she has a double chin, she's gained so much weight. And this is the part that sometimes I truly don't understand about fans because she's a woman in her 40s. To expect her to maintain the same body that she had when she was in her 20s is a little bit unrealistic. And I feel like this is the downside of being a celebrity because to a certain extent, people kind of don't expect you to be human. It's very sad, actually, when you think about it. Like, you cannot age in peace. Now, of course, her own fans, some of them were defending her, but some of them were expressing disappointment. Now, other fan bases were heavily coming for her. And I feel like the only reason why the other fan bases are heavily coming for her is because her own fan base has been known, okay, to body shame other women, from Rihanna to Nicki Minaj, anybody who gains weight. They have been known to body shame these women. So, of course, when your favorite finally, comes out for Met Gala and gets her pictures taken by Getty and doesn't have the chance to edit them or Facetune them, of course, the other fan bases are going to come for you. Because I've always found it ridiculous how people compare one Getty image, of another artist to an Instagram image of another artist. To me, it's just absurd because obviously it's going to look different because the other artist has got the chance to edit. And I know that a lot of you don't like to hear this, but even your favorite artists do edit their Instagram photos. Yeah, even Beyonce. And you are setting yourself up for disappointment if you truly don't want to believe that. And that's the reason why some of the fans feel disappointed by her body, is because they have refused to go out of that delusion that a lot of celebrities edit their Instagram pictures. They don't want to accept that. And so they kind of expect her to look like her Instagram photos. They are expecting to see the face tuned version of her on the red carpet, which is unfair. You know, it's unfair, to be honest. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this. This entire discourse about bodies, honestly, it's very lame. It's very, I don't know, it's very childish. Okay, let's also talk about Rihanna now that we're talking about this entire body situation. I did see the same reaction as well. And for Rihanna, I feel like it's even worse. Okay, she just recently, she's got like 3 children now that she gave birth back to back. And so to expect her to look like Tyler is very delusional as well. Okay, and I do hope that all the fan bases now of the OGs and the older celebrities now know that no celebrity is immune from aging. It's not possible. It's not possible. So next time they see Nicki Minaj walking around looking her age with weight that matches her age, I hope that they've learned a lesson that everyone ages. Whether you like them or you don't like them, whether they're your favorite or they're not your favorite, they will age at some point. And that's inevitable, okay? This isn't Vampire Diaries, okay? They are meant to grow old. None of them are immortal. Anyway, that being said, going back to Beyonce and of course a red carpet appearance, she did come with blue, and I'm like, okay, I see her like, and I feel like she's kind of embodying the Aaliyah energy with the sunglasses. You know, she's a cool kid, right? Really, she's really a cool kid. She was wearing a very age appropriate dress, in my own opinion, and people had also a conversation surrounding her appearance for the Met Gala, because there was a time that Northwest came with Kim K and she had to wait outside. And they say the reason is because at the Met Gala, kids are not allowed, okay? Underage children are not allowed inside the Met Gala, so North had to wait outside. And of course, so when people saw Blue Ivy on the red carpet, they were like, what is going on? Is it double standards? Because we vividly remember a time when North could not come inside. And I don't want to speak much on that, but I think Beyonce before has said that she has some form of social anxiety or something like that, that she's extremely shy and comfortable, I guess, with crowds. And I might be crazy, but I kind of get the vibe that being around Blue kind of regulates her. I don't know. I feel like it brings her some form of comfort, you know? Even on the red carpet, people were also talking about how she seemed to be nervous and uncomfortable during the interviews. And I saw that. But I also kind of get the vibe that Blue Ivy is not just there for the sake of being there. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure if they allowed her to be in that room, there's a very, good reason for that. And to me, it feels like there's a level of comfort that probably comes with Beyonce being together with her child. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it's giving. I don't think that it was any silly, thing where she just said, "I want to go to the Met Gala too." No, I don't think so. I think there has to be a reason. If the committee allowed that to happen, there has to be a reason why Blue Ivy was allowed inside when North wasn't allowed, in my own opinion. But let me know in the comment section what you think about all of that. Okay, now let's move on to Rihanna. Now, people were not expecting for her to attend the Met Gala this year, given what recently happened to her. The entire situation with the pew pewing, people kind of felt like she was probably going to be skipping the Met Gala. And I think articles even were published where insiders were claiming that she would not be attending the Met Gala. But last minute, it came out that she actually was going to be attending. And as usual, as always, people were expecting to see what her outfit would look like, because historically, she has been known to be one to slay the Met Gala. She has been the queen of Met Gala to a certain extent. And she did come in a dress. It was on theme. That's what I will say. It was very much on theme. Now, is it one of her best looks? I don't think so. However, it seems like it has become some sort of signature for her, because it's kind of the same theme, maybe just a little bit of tweaks, but it's been the same concept really with her hair. And she came in my own opinion, it's not one of her best looks, but it was on theme. And we already addressed the body discussion surrounding her as well, so we will not do that again. But overall, all I can say is the dress was on theme, the dress was okay. It wasn't really that much of a wow like her other looks, that I will say. Maybe let's already also address the whole Jay-Z and Beyonce party situation, because a reporter asked her if she was going to be going to an after party and which after party she would be attending. And she responded that with, oh, well, of course, Jay Z and Beyonce with a little bit of attitude, like it's a little bit of in your face, like she was proving a point, she was proving someone is wrong. I wish you could see my hand gestures right now as I'm explaining what she was doing in that interview, which very much gave me performative. I'm not even gonna lie. She was doing too much for nothing. I'm just gonna be going to the to the Jay Z and Beyonce party would have sufficed. But the way she went on and on, the facial expressions, the attitude, everything, I was just like, ma'am, you're not fooling anyone. We can see right through it. What is it? What's going on? Is it the Chris Brown situation they're blackmailing you with? What is it? Is it the ASAP Rocky case? Okay, did they beat that for you? And now you owe them. Like, what's going on? And are we gonna finally get a picture? Now, if we do get a Rihanna and Beyonce picture for this Met Gala after party, then certainly we know that this was a family call to say, come, our reputation is in the gutter. You need to come and rescue us. If you don't, we'll air out your dirty laundry, in my own opinion. Okay, this is just an opinion. This is not, okay, before you guys start to come for me. But it was very much giving performative. And it's interesting to me how everybody was quick to say, oh, you see, she loves Jay Z and Beyonce. They fell out with Nicki Minaj. She's switching on Nicki Minaj. Okay, and even if she switches on Nicki Minaj, it's not going to change anything. If she likes the Catters, good for her. If she's benefiting from them, good for her. If they didn't do her dirty, good for her. If they didn't leak her album, good for her. If they are not the reason why she's not releasing music, good for her. Nicki Minaj having Rihanna's support does not do anything for her. Because Rihanna couldn't even do anything for herself when she was told to sign the contract or jump out of the window. Because Rihanna couldn't even do anything for herself when they leaked her album. So I don't know why people are trying to use it as a God, get back at you. No, she is picking Jay Z over. Okay, fine, and she's the same girl who's friends with Jason Lee who bashes not only Nicki Minaj but Beyonce. Okay, if that's gonna make you guys sleep at night that everybody's banishing Nicki Minaj, okay, and then what? Anyway, let's talk about another Met Gala look. Dochi. Let's talk about Dochi. Dochi came through, she had very minimal fabric on her body, but I will say that it wasn't even looking ratchet, to be honest, okay? In as much as it was a very revealing outfit, I actually kind of like it. I don't know. I kind of like that outfit, really. I do. But let me know in the comment section, you guys. Did you see that outfit that I'm talking about? Because of the lace fabric that's there, I'm not sure I can fully insert that picture without me getting in trouble with YouTube, because they can be very petty, YouTube. So I don't know. But I loved Doja's outfit. Doja's outfit was kind of basic, if I'm to be honest. It was nothing groundbreaking and it wasn't anything iconic. I don't know. It just kind of gave basic. And Kim Kardashian was out there looking like a superhero. I don't know what exactly that is about. It wasn't giving that much. Kylie and Kendall, however, I did like their outfits as well. But Kim this year, I'm sorry, it was a miss in my own opinion. Now, another person whose look was outstanding is Anokiai. Okay, I don't know if it's just her body, her face, but she's always serving. I'm here to find one bad look from her. I'm here to find one look that I don't like from her. It seems like everything she eats up, she devours. Okay, and she truly is a designer's dream. That being said, let us talk about Advovo Bibio. How can I forget? Now, when it comes to Advovo BBL, I feel like her designer, we need a little bit of fiber. Okay? Between her and the designer, somebody needs to eat more fiber because it was definitely giving hemorrhoids. Piles, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not the one who say their outfit looks like like hemorrhoids. No, I saw someone saying that. To be honest, and I can't unsee it. Now I can't unsee it. All I can see is intestines. All I can see is duodenum. It's giving large intestines, small intestines. That's all the science I know by now. By the way, I last did biology when I was like what? I was in primary school, I think. But yeah, very much giving intestines, very much giving duodenum, very much giving hemorrhoids. Okay, all of it in one. I don't know what happened with her. I thought she was gonna get her lick back, for last year, how Nikki did her, because she went online, she started to give excuses after the Met Gala last year when people said, yeah, it wasn't it. It appears that she still hasn't been able to redeem herself. I don't know who's out there doing this to her. But it's not fair. Whoever the designer is, stop it. But then it says anatomy. Actually, it's on theme. You know what? It's actually on theme. Remember, it was about combining, anatomy with art and fashion. She is actually my best dress. I've changed my mind. She's actually my best dress now for the Met Gala. Okay, she's very much on theme. Her designer understood the assignment actually. Wow, I'm impressed. So the duodenum dress is my favorite now on this Met Gala. Well, anyway, Anyway, my real favorite would be Sierra. Okay, I feel like she looked really good. Um, and with Sierra now, I don't know if it's just that the dress looks good or if it's the fact that her body is always tea, but she looks amazing. And I feel like people try to compare all these other celebrities with Sierra. Sierra is a rare breed, okay? Her body is just, you know, I think it's just genetic for her. And she was looking good together with her man. I felt like they were very much on theme. Is there any other interesting look that I might have left out? I really truly don't think so. Now let's move on to the conclusion of this, of the Met Gala. People feel like it was a flop. It wasn't really that outstanding. It was underwhelming. And I do agree with that. There were no like highs. And I think people were kind of expecting more. I didn't see Kelly. Did she attend? Okay, let me leave her, alone for this video, really. But yeah, that's what the people are saying, and now people are blaming the caterers, saying that anytime they are involved in something, it becomes a flop. But I do think that they were handed the Met Gala, a deceased horse to basically run with. Like I told you in my previous videos, they handed it over to them after they were done with it, after they realized that it was never going to be the same, and now they have to take the fall for something that is beyond them because you think what? Huh? You think what? You think Mama Tina did some ritual so all the designers would come out with these lame designs? No, it's got nothing to do with them. You think that no? You think someone is out there burning candles so that no? What? You guys, it's got nothing to do with Beyonce, her mom, or the gamble. It's someone in the comment section said that what are they going to be serving at the Met Gala? The gamble, and you guys.